Ron Adams next on After the Game. From ABC 7, this is Toyota After the Game. Hello and welcome to Toyota After the Game. Larry Beal along with ex-Warrior Donald Foyle, the coach Kerry Keating zooming in. In fact, we have two coaches here tonight. We also have the Minister of Defense for the Warriors, Ron Adams, in studio with us. I'm going to start with you. First of all, thanks for coming in. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So Ron sits down and he says, I just want to look taller than Larry. I sit down and I go, I just want to look taller than O'Donnell. And we both failed, as did the Dallas Mavericks in this game tonight, because, it was about defense in particular with Drew Holiday, but just in general, Dallas really having a hard time scoring the ball, and neither team shooting well from three.
They are. I thought Boston's defense was outstanding, and you have the two best defensive guards in basketball going against what many people think are the two best offensive players at the guard spot, so it's quite a battle. But hopefully Dallas gained a little hope from this game. 4 better possessions and they possibly win the game, so that's going to be their mantra coming into the next one. But Boston has got a solidity to them, and I thought they really won the kind of the focus and poise game again tonight. So,
especially with Jason Tatum just struggling so much with his shooting, for them to be able to overcome that. We'll go around the horn here, because you picked the Mavericks in the series.
Mm-hmm.
You still think that can they win the next 4 out of 5?
Well, I think the first thing we have to say is that nothing that happened tonight is unusual, right? The home team won the game, and I think Dallas played much better than they did in the last game. And I think, for me, the bigger problem when it comes to Dallas, and what I'm worried about, obviously, is 11 turnovers that Luka had. But more important than that is that it's a system thing. The way Luka wants to play, he wants to slow the game down and walk the ball up the floor. I think that that's a problem, because in the last series, what we liked about them, they were much more aggressive. They were having turnover. They weren't taking the ball out of the basket. I think that it's really antithetical to the way Luka wants to play the game and the way I think they should play the game against this team, which is with speed, and I don't think he wants to do that.
Well, and it's hard also when he comes in with a myriad of injuries. The latest, he was questionable coming in tonight with a chest injury. Coach Kerry, the weird thing about this, I felt like we should start the show with me talking in slow motion, because that's the pace that we just witnessed. Yet, the game was over in 2 hours and 18 minutes. I can't figure out what's going on here.
I love we have Coach Adams on tonight, Larry. We led off with the fact that it's dynamic duos, if you will. And the duos really that everybody focused on were Tatum and Brown and Irving and Doncic. But the duo of White and Holiday, obviously the biggest difference, and the reference that Coach made about those guys defensively. But the fact that they scored 44 points between them, and what I'm really curious to get Coach's take on, Larry, is the fact that the Celtics played defense and offense in a combined manner by making Luka and Kyrie defend and really wear them out. And I thought that it helped their defense in that those guys have been forcing a little bit more of an issue on offense. O'Donnell mentioned the 8 turnovers that Luka had. Kyrie coming up short scoring. I thought the fact they really put those guys through the ring on the defensive end really helped the Celtics on their defensive end defend the dynamic duo of Luka and Kyrie. So curious how often that happens in NBA games, but let alone even finals and series, and what Coach Adams thinks of that as he looks back in the past and how often that's happened.
Coach?
Well, it's a great point that you make and that O'Donnell made. Tatum didn't shoot the ball well tonight. But if you look at Tatum's game, he played hard. Every possession was important to him. I think he's defending at a high level. And so what you have to, when you make that contrast that Coach brought up, you have to look at what a person is doing throughout the game. Remember, the playoffs are possession by possession. Whoever plays good possessions, solid possessions, whether you score or not, but whether that that energy is there, that commitment, and I think the Boston guards probably showed that in greater form tonight than did the Dallas guards, and I thought that was a big factor.
All right, let's get to our Toyota Let's Go Places player of the day, and it's Drew Holiday. He had 26 points, 11 of 14 shooting, 11